BlockStrike is a mobile first-person battle game to gain XP and coins. However, some people point out that BlockStrike is similar as CSGO and a Minecraft shooter game.
Don't say it like that.
But BlockStrike is an impressive game that at this point, the game is 6 years old and some of its servers are still active. The game has gone through a lot of changes regarding its history. In this iceberg, we will cover the simple things you might know, and as we proceed down under, things get more unnerving. Please give a like and subscribe on this video as we proceed down to this iceberg. Enjoy. In the early years, BlockStrike was a very simple game to play. I'm sure back in 2016 when you played BlockStrike there would be bot skin players playing. However, these players would be known as pros in the early years of the game due to early game experience, meaning that they installed the game earlier before the new players arrived. It was not that long since the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise was at its peak during its quadrilogy. During this time, players who played BlockStrike or other games that Rexhead Studios made, such as Prop Hunt or Death Run, would stumble upon seeing a player named as a FNAF character. The AUG was one of the well-known weapons for rookies to use after first trying the game. It's obvious that when players have enough to buy an arm, they go buy the AUG since they automatically think they're ready to go pro due to the site helping them getting a clean kill. However, there are players who rage on the newbie using the AUG and call the player out as an AUG noob in the chat. This little nag is rare to see as of today for the new generation of players in BlockStrike. During the early days of BlockStrike, a former player or YouTuber named MATX Noobs started making BlockStrike videos with an intro template with FaZe Clan. This YouTuber was very well known in the community. Even the English players knew his content, despite the fact that he was a South American player in the South American region. Around this time, a trend called the Mannequin Challenge was a thing going on at the time. The challenge consisted recording a group of friends staying still in action while not moving. However, two YouTubers in BlockStrike along with friends were involved in a private server doing the Mannequin Challenge in the good old bust map. And in the video you could see them that they're just relaxing, having a good time, and dancing. In the game's early days, players who had the katana were considered as pros, alongside with other players with the karambit were known as pros as well, since these knives costed too much gold to purchase. The unique gold skin, also known as Sands of Times, made you more likely a pro, but also a well-known experienced BlockStrike player since Sands of Time was a legendary quality skin at the time in the early days of the game. When you hear BlockStrike animation, you expect it to be a 3D animation. However, the community got involved in making special projects, animating BlockStrike for their intros or shorts. BlockStrike animation was very simple to use thanks to drawing cartoons and other YouTubers with tutorial videos. Operation Payback was an event held by Master in the summer of 2017. One night, Master held a stream to combat toxic players along with the subs and another YouTuber in order to get payback on toxic players and humiliate them back live streaming on YouTube. However, the stream is long gone. It takes a couple of days to get used to playing BlockStrike in 2016. Once the player begins to get good at the game, such as having a kill streak in a server, you will unlock an achievement which gives you XP, even though some players expected more out of these achievements. In the early years of BlockStrike, Rexhead Studios released a Halloween update which featured each player's skin to look different. such as one having the Joker face paint, mummies, and clowns, since it wasn't that long after the bizarre clown sighting trend in 2016. Did you guys know that some colors of the maps made a reference to some flags for each country? For instance, office map colors represented Russia, compact map colors represented Germany, and playground represented Spain, and many more. During the golden era of BlockStrike, it was announced that a 5.0.0 update was yet to be released, and the entire community assumed that this would be Rexet's biggest and final update of the game. Before the clan feature was released, the clan menu was still being developed by Rexet Studios, and we all wondered how it was going to be. However, some players got clever and had alternative apps to invite clan members there. This player that you see before me is named Tibers, who is one of the developers of the game since they had a game called Tibers Box made by Rexet Studios. This player would be responsible for creating the big map and meeting events, and showed off his skills such as floating and making the server player limit to 100. If you thought you were ready to go pro and decided to go to the South American region and face off other players in a team deathmatch or deathmatch, it would be hardly possible to get a kill since these players were pros and took this game very serious. A player found a trick of how to get a secret weapon free. While you open a secret case and see it scroll into your destined prize or something that you don't want, turn off the internet connection very quickly on your device before you get your prize. That way the game will kick you out due to no internet connection. In the golden era of BlockStrike, YouTubers would find bugs and glitches that encourage players to accomplish these glitches, making the area of the map where the glitch takes place more relevant that it turns into a hangout spot. In the early days of the game, the Lenny face would be used most likely from pros in team deathmatch, flexing their skills, meaning that they think they're OP. Before the custom maps update was out, YouTuber CSS Thunder uploaded a video and it displayed in the server menu that there was a testing of a new map named Sunshine Map, but the map was never released and the users who were in the map are unknown, but Thunder thinks that it was Rexet Studios behind all this. CSS Thunder was a YouTuber who produced BlockStrike videos, especially in the golden era. However, he was a beta tester and stumbled upon a feature in zombie survival mode in the old Dust map called Bust. The map was covered by fog. When the official update came out, I believe Rexet Studios decided to remove the fog mode. In 2018, a meme called
"Do you know the way?"
was added in the game. This update made player skins look exactly as Knuckles and made the player size small. This update is the only one that consists of reference of a meme for a short while in BlockStrike. Later around 2018, Rexet Studios changed the percentage of obtaining a secret knife in a secret case. The percentage drop went from 50% down to 2%, making it impossible to get a secret knife. At the same year in 2018, Rexet Studios held a meeting server and went live on YouTube. Meeting server was a hangout room with a limit of 100 players. During the stream, the developers left a link to enter your BlockStrike ID, and once the developers leave the server, they go on and open a Google application form, and if you're lucky, they highlight your name on the list and give you free gold. In 2018, it was now common to see Spanish-speaking players to join the servers in BlockStrike. At this time, more and more English-speaking players would leave the game, and as that was happening, more and more Spanish players got involved with their own community. These soda machines that you see scattered in the game called Yoba Cola, which is an obvious parody of Coca-Cola. BlockStrike veterans would remember this player back in 2017, mostly in Juggernaut. Player was well known for his Simon Says servers, and he would be one of the OGs who found glitches in the game, but he was a bit toxic, kicking players at the time. The whereabouts of this user is unknown, but last time I heard is what I recall him announcing his ban of BlockStrike around 2018, and he decided to develop or join the community of Simple Sandbox 2. In 2018, custom maps were more well known to the community. Users get to use an application to create their own maps. Mostly South American users and Russian users are known to be responsible for some of these favorable maps. Five to 6 years ago, PvP mod or deathmatch was the most efficient way to earn more and more silver coins. However, this mod was removed by Rexet Studios. You had to be a real BlockStrike OG if you remember this mod. If Rexet Studios added this mod back, it would be very easy to complete all of our tasks and win gold. AOX, CSS, BXA, MATX are the well-known and notorious clans of BlockStrike in its early day. These clans would be famous by one of the members being a former YouTuber and the amount of clan wars they had in the game. To this day, these clans are now known of an empty shell of itself, and there are just random users nowadays posing as a clan member just to show off and get attention. In 2018, the BlockStrike community started the idea that a BlockStrike 2 was on the way. This was due to a leaked Dust remake map that made us assume that this was the first map of BlockStrike 2. And what made this more positive was at the same time, Vertilizer was made and with another user making a BlockStrike 2 map, but it was discontinued and forgotten. I would have been excited for the news of a BlockStrike 2 game. However, it's incredible that a community regarding a first-person mobile game think that there's a possibility of a sequel, despite the fact that the game has no story. And unfortunately, throughout these years, we are very less likely to see a BlockStrike 2 successfully developed and available. In the Knots map, there's a note with Russian language. Translated to English, the note says, "Inform about the excessive use of radiation in metal containers due to the atomic energy stations of Kevshed, Niagara Fall 2077, which means that there are some elements that were spread around the map contaminated with radiation. In the Christmas update, there were several hints indicating that the props in the game were contaminated by the radiation. If you look near the bomb planting area of the Inferno map near Blue Base, you can see a chicken walking around. BlockStrike is a similar game to other mobile or console games. However, it's still a mystery that the whereabouts of the other animals are unknown, yet a chicken is the first and only animal to be featured in the game. Around 2021, in a Knots map, there was a secret passage through a wall, and in there was a character glitching. This was a little reference of Cyberpunk 2077, along with the bugs in the game, even though BlockStrike could be making fun of itself due to several bugs in the game. In 2018, MTZX clan called out AOX for a clan war, and official members of the AOX clan responded and accepted the war. MTZX started training, and the training was captured live by YouTuber Roger. The clan war was live streamed, and MTZX clan successfully won the war and celebrated. You would expect the clan war to be all good games at the end of the day, but MTZX Master uploaded a video celebrating their victory over AOX, and the video was strongly disliked by the AOX clan and claimed that they were in the Poland region in another clan war, despite the fact that there were official members in the war, which they also claimed that the AOX clan they were fighting were the fake AOX clan. Not Michael was a YouTuber who started to grow out in 2018. He was well known for his content, especially during the lockdown. He created movies and collabed with other YouTubers as well. However, this user suddenly stopped uploading videos and went offline without advising anyone. His whereabouts are unknown, but it's most likely he left the community for unknown reasons, even though he was very relevant in the year of 2019. Which makes his disappearance still a mystery. Skullhead Gaming was an English BlockStrike YouTuber and had given up on the game due to Brexit Studios pushing him to the limit and leaving the game. However, this user was similar to YouTuber SKN, which was a different channel, and went through some drama with a toxic user, uploading a video targeting Skullhead and using an insult, which Skullhead and the user reacted to fire back in the reaction video. Since this conflict was in 2018, the context of the situation is unknown. In 2019, during the rise of the Spanish-speaking community growing out, a user uploaded a video and he encouraged the English audience to come back in the game and to make BlockStrike just as great as it was in 2017. CSS Thunder made a video of two scammers trying to get their hands on secret knives. In the video, we can see the player not known is involved in the scam and asking users for their private information. However, in the comments, users were confused and say that this was a fake not known. It's unknown whether this video was displaying the truth to us, but the fact that there are scammers to be caught out makes it more likely that there will be encounters of users trying to get their way. BlockStrike veterans and others are familiar to AOX Gaming CB. His followers hanged out with him in his videos after he invited them to join his servers. And in the summer of 2017, Gaming CB was well known for teaching the players how to achieve specific glitches or tricks in the game. However, in the spring of 2017, YouTuber MTZX Master was in a bunny hop map and in there, he stumbled upon Gaming CB. Gaming CB started to show off his skills in the map and called out everyone that they were trash. Master fired back at Gaming CB, leading to an argument, and later throughout the night, he uploaded a video with a screenshot of Gaming CB's channel and told everyone to not subscribe to him, along with red writing on a screenshot insulting him. This video was titled "Don't Subscribe to Him" and surprisingly got views, but from AOX fans, giving Master backlash and calling him off. In the year 2018, CSS Thunder would do shoutouts to every YouTubers and their underrated content regarding BlockStrike. Thunder gave a shoutout to Master in the video, but in the comments section, AOX Gaming CB himself complained that Master didn't deserve a shoutout, and many of his subs agreed. This feud started in 2017, and to 2018, things got a little heavy by MTZX clan declaring a somewhat heated and unfriendly war to AOX clan. Around 2018, it was the rise of the toxic player spread in the game, both Spanish and English. Wolf and Fox might be the same users, but YouTubers have been encountering them and starting fights due to these players being irritating, and players have reported them and called them out. In 2018, these users were seen mostly in Juggernaut mode, hanging around, but they never let anyone have a turn to be red in Juggernaut except their little inner circle buddies, which was a user with a girl skin and a user with an old man skin. These players were the worst players in the game since everyone hated them in the BlockStrike community of 2018. In the spring of 2017, Thunder made a tribute video for someone involved in the community named LK Noobs. However, people were messing with him and telling CSS Thunder that he was alive and that it was just some anonymous users doing a sick prank. CSS Thunder stated to his community and asked them whether LK Noobs was really dead or not, since users told him that he was and some said that he wasn't. However, in a comment section in the original video, Thunder's followers showed to be genuinely upset about this situation. If that's the case, then I hope that this individual will never be forgotten and may rest in peace. In the game's archives, some user found out that there was an unused feature, which was the shield. A user named Not Known was able to acquire the shield and show it off in private servers. It's clearly unknown what the shield's uses were for and which mode was it supposed to be featured on. However, I guess this feature would have been available for zombie survival or something else. Its existence in the game's archives are still a mystery to this day. There are many references of this character with a strange smile on his face that you see here. This character is named Yoba, or Bob, for the English-speaking community, which is supposed to be a priority of Gabe Newell. For some strange reason, there are many references regarding this character named Yoba. There are many paintings located in some maps, along with this famous brand of soft drinks in the game called Yoba Cola. There are also many theories that this character is the guy selling you the weapons in the game, and he could be responsible for the marketplace or the cases that he's selling you, such as the secret cases. But the references of this strange character makes me more and more curious of his existence in the game, including the fact that Rex's Studios put this small detail in the game without any explanation. However, YouTuber Gone explains that this English name Bob is an unknown life form, which could explain his smile and that he's always watching you, and he's hidden in the sun, watching you playing. This little icon here is Alexander Kozov, and YouTuber Gon explains that this person was a developer of Mortal Kombat due to the mask reference to Sub-Zero. He also explains that if you get surprised seeing this icon slide up, means that the developers of Rexet Studios are watching you playing, or it's a warning that you've been playing too long in the game, or maybe you unlocked an Easter egg in the game. Not known is the first hacker in the early days of the game, yet users and well-known creators thought that he was a developer since this user was responsible to showcase the shield and hacking the game. Years after, we haven't seen or heard any word of this user since. We could conclude that this user may have been banned due to hacking by Rexet Studios, making his appearances to well-known creators and his hacking shenanigans come to a silent end. After 2017, their whereabouts and the existence of this hacker are not known. In the early days of BlockStrike, Speed was a relevant content creator in 2017. This user was loved by his audience for his creativity about BlockStrike, but one day, Speed just left YouTube and BlockStrike without advising anyone of his disappearance. And many people thought that Speed was not known, or Speed was a hacker as well, and not known was his hacking account, which explains both of their disappearance in the same year. But recently, in the community tabs of Speed, he came back, but with a strange post, meaning that he might be aware of these rumors, which could be true or false. Lethal Knights were known to be one of the first clans made in BlockStrike. They dominated in clan wars and were admired by the community, until one point their hype was beginning to die around 2018 and soon to be forgotten by the community. QR codes were scattered around in the game, and many players thought that if we scanned these codes, we would have the opportunity to win free gold, but the QR codes would lead us to nowhere and people would end up being disappointed. It's unknown why Rexet Studios added this strange feature. The QR could have been useful for something else, besides earning free gold. Without knowing the context behind this feature makes the game a little dark due to many Easter eggs hidden and its strange past. In 2017, Rexet Studios was giving us everything we wanted from the game and loved their updates and their commitment for their holiday updates. But for some unknown reasons, in 2018, it was the beginning that Rexet Studios turned on their community and started to disappoint their fans. From then on, Rexet Studios started to ignore the community and continued to make unnecessary updates and removed so much content that some players dearly loved. In 2018, the game started to change a bit, but the community got more toxic in the chat, along with arrogant players and servers, mainly in Juggernaut, hanging around with their inner circle buddies and not playing the game. Instead, these players just chat in the game towards one another, forming a relationship in the game. This was also common in team deathmatch servers, where there would be daters in the same team as the player, just using the chat box to talk and not play at all with physical interaction, upsetting the player not able to win the round due to daters. In 2018, YouTubers Gone, Gear Machine, and more started a hashtag no more dating movement, which players were so upset that in 2018 there were so many daters seen in the game asking for social media such as WhatsApp and other apps. At around the second half of 2018, small content creators started uploading clan war videos from different regions almost on a daily basis. These type of videos in the game, such as clan war videos, are praised in the community, but since this was 2018, the community did not care for clan wars anymore. Clan wars nowadays are seen on YouTube. Sadly, the number of views explains on how much the hype and the interest died out, making clan wars just a common thing in the game. Sadly, the number of views explains on how much the hype and the interest died out, making clan wars just a common thing in the game, since there are just private servers in classic mode without any videos of these clan wars happening. Unknown could be a cursed player or hacker in the game claimed by the community. There is very little information about this user other than the fact that he was a hacker in 2016 and later he would vanish without a trace in the game. BlockStrike has their own Discord server along with the concepts channel, meaning anyone could share a fan-made concept of what the community want in the next update. After the golden era of BlockStrike, Not Known has left everything involving BlockStrike. However, in the fall of 2019, a user in Discord named Not Known was talking to a YouTuber named Roger. Not Known told Roger that he was going to send him upcoming BlockStrike update videos and wanted Roger to upload them on YouTube. It's unknown who this user was, but the evidence seemed to be real since these concepts look promising. And maybe Not Known wanted to keep his identity a secret and not make a YouTube channel for privacy reasons. When the lockdown began to happen, this user, Not Known, again vanished off Discord and left without a trace nor explanation of his absence. In 2021, the 6.8.8 update is the worst BlockStrike update ever made by Rexset Studios, since Rexset Studios have banned so many accounts, causing many players to leave, and the 6.8.8 update almost killed the game with its new design. In 2022, there has been so many hackers spotted causing the players to report them. These users learn how to hack the game by tutorials and learn how to bypass the game's files and successfully hacking the game, making BlockStrike and other games easy to hack. In the fall of 2021, there has been recent sightings of anonymous hackers in the game, but these hackers got access to the Tiber skin, and players everywhere would stumble upon these players in the game with the Tiber skins. However, at some point, the trend of the Tiber's hackers had died down the following year. A Russian fanbase in Discord developed their own BlockStrike, and it featured all the eliminated content that Rexset Studios removed. These developers would go live in Discord and making their own meeting servers with the Tiber skin. This game is called BSPS, also known as BlockStrike Private Servers. I also uploaded a video regarding BSPS, but it got kicked out of their group for no reason, or the fact that some BSPS users found my channel and traced my Discord in order to kick me out, or something happened that made Rexset Studios aware of a copy of a BlockStrike game, which caused Rexset Studios to shut their private servers down. Everyone has wondered what killed BlockStrike. Was it the daters, hackers, toxic players, or was it the English players leaving the game? All this is caused by Rexset Studios themselves, and the content being eliminated every time something new is added. As the game started to change in 2018, more and more toxic players have entered the game and have changed the game and what it was, making innocent players endure all this negative activity from toxic players themselves, and this includes Rexset Studios. It's unknown why Rexset Studios did all this, but there has also been several reports of Rexset Studios stealing people's gold, and every month without any activity, Rexset Studios will lie to us, telling that the game has improved its bugs and glitches, but they have let us down since day one, causing BlockStrike to be a nostalgic game during its early years that no one plays. BlockStrike has had many memories in our youth. Some of us still play the game, while others have moved on to improved games, and just to look back at this game for what it was mainly. Looking back at these years, the game has had a lot of history with its community, and it's crazy that the game is still going on after everything. However, Rexset Studios are kind of trying to redeem themselves for their past mistakes. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please give this one a thumbs up as it helps the video grow out more regarding BlockStrike and its English speaking community. And make sure to subscribe for more videos regarding BlockStrike and comment down what you guys think of this. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for some more BlockStrike videos. Thank you.